Hello and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. I'm Gautam Roy and this is Express News, the show where we bring you the day's top 100 developments from the nation and around the world in under 30 minutes. Let's get going. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar is on a 3-day visit to Russia. On Wednesday, he interacted with prominent scholars and think tank representatives of that country. They discussed India-Russia relations, contemporary world geopolitics and India's viewpoint. The Russian embassy in India held a press briefing to discuss the current dynamics of Russia-India relations, marking significant anniversaries including the 25th anniversary of their strategic partnership and the 78th anniversary of diplomatic ties. The discussion also touched upon stable and growing trade relations between India and Russia, highlighting that Russia is India's 4th largest trading partner. India has slammed Pakistan at the UNSC over forced religious conversions of thousands of vulnerable women and girls at the open debate on conflict-related sexual violence. In the ongoing monsoon session of the Indian Parliament, Home Minister Amit Shah introduced 3 bills in the Lok Sabha. The bills include the Constitution 130th Amendment Bill 2025, the Government Union Territories Amendment Bill 2025 and the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganisation Amendment Bill 2025. The 3 bills were further referred to a joint committee consisting of 21 members of the Lok Sabha to be nominated by the Speaker and 10 members of the Rajya Sabha to be nominated by the Deputy Chairperson. Earlier, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav introduced the Promotion and Regulation of Online Gaming Bill 2025 in the lower house or Lok Sabha. The bill aims to promote and regulate the online gaming sector. In the Rajya Sabha, which is the upper house, Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan moved the Indian Institutes of Management Amendment Bill 2025. The bill will further amend the Indian Institutes of Management Act 2017 as passed by the Lok Sabha for consideration and passing. NDA candidate C.P. Radhakrishnan filed his nomination papers today for the post of Vice President of India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi acted as the chief proposer. Senior Congress leader Shashi Tharoor on Tuesday once again dismissed Donald Trump's repeated claims, stating that it was India's successful strikes, not Trump, which led to the cessation of firing and military action with Pakistan in May. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi on his birth anniversary. At the age of 40, Rajiv Gandhi became the youngest Prime Minister in India's history. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla and several other leaders also paid floral tributes to Rajiv Gandhi in Parliament. Rajiv Gandhi served as India's Prime Minister from 1984 to 1989 till he was assassinated by LTTE terrorists. The Indian government has been adopting a multi-dimensional approach in the field of disaster management along with financial, institutional, structural strengthening. That's Home Minister Amit Shah, who highlighted this at a meeting of the Parliamentary Consultative Meeting for the Ministry of Home Affairs on disaster management and capacity building. India's Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, praised Chasoti bikers, a group of youth who immediately transported pilgrims from Chasoti to the Mata Machil Shrine in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar area. Chairperson V. Narayanan has said that the Indian Space Research Organisation, or ISRO, has been working on a rocket as high as a 40-story building to place a 75,000 kilogram weight satellite in low Earth orbit. He added that the agency has projects like Navik, which is navigation with Indian Constellation System, and the N1 rocket lined up. An Indian Air Force C-130J aircraft was launched at short notice from Leh to New Delhi to airlift a critically injured Thai national in response to an urgent request from Medivac. India's Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, pledged to donate his organs after death. He appealed to the youth and armed forces officials to make the resolution of organ donation. Prasar Bharati CEO and President Asia Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development, or AIBD, Gaurav Dwivedi, addressed the 23rd annual AIBD General Conference held in Phuket on Wednesday. The theme of the conference is Media for People, Peace and Prosperity. Addressing the conference, the Prasar Bharati CEO emphasized that media in Asia Pacific remains trustworthy and relevant, while continuing to uphold cultural, educational and societal functions that lie at the heart of the AIBD mission. India Post has rolled out IT 2.0 advanced postal technology across the country, introducing features like QR code payments, OTP-based deliveries and a DigiPin. Indian equity indices ended higher on the fifth consecutive session. On the 20th of August, the Sensex was up by 213.45 points at 81,857.84. At close, the Nifty was also up by 69.90 points, closing above the 25,000 mark at 25,050.55. Gold prices on Wednesday declined to 98,593 rupees per 10 grams in futures trade amid muted spot demand. Silver prices, on the contrary, jumped to 110,678 Indian rupees per kilogram in futures trade as participants increased their bets. The Indian rupee ended 11 paise lower at 87.07 per dollar on Wednesday. Crude oil prices rose to 5,423 Indian rupees per barrel in future trade as participants increased their positions following firm spot demand. Japanese tourism boom has rolled on in July with record foreign arrivals despite typhoon-related flight disruptions and earthquake jitters. Asian shares slipped on Wednesday, mirroring Wall Street's tech-led losses as Nvidia and other AI high flyers dragged markets lower. British inflation accelerated more than expected in July, reaching its highest level since the start of 2024. New Zealand Central Bank has cut its benchmark rate to a 3-year low in a bid to revive its stalled economy. A day after US President Donald Trump offered security assurance to help resolve the conflict, the US and its allies began discussions on the nature of potential military support for Ukraine. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed that US air support was an option and a possibility. Trump had said that he would not deploy US ground troops to Ukraine, but added that the United States might provide air support as part of a deal to end the conflict. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has said territorial changes are often an essential component of conflict resolution. The Hamas has accepted the US-backed ceasefire plan brokered by Egypt and Qatar to end the West Asia conflict. Meanwhile, Israel has reiterated its demand for the release of 50 hostages still held in Gaza at one go. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has said that the development has come after Trump posted a very strong statement about this conflict on Truth Social. Syria's foreign minister met with an Israeli diplomatic delegation in Paris on Tuesday to discuss de-escalation and non-interference in Syria's internal affairs. The White House launched an official TikTok account on Tuesday, taking advantage of its more than 150 million US users to spread the message of President Donald Trump. US Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard said on Tuesday that she had revoked security clearances of 37 current and former intelligence professionals whom she accused of manipulating intelligence. On Truth Social, Donald Trump said that US Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is hurting the housing industry very badly and said he should cut interest rates. The US Transportation Department has said that it may withhold up to 25% of federal transit funding for New York State's Metropolitan Transportation Authority if the agency does not improve safety for subway track maintenance works. Panama and the United States forces conducted joint military exercises on Tuesday in Colon province as part of ongoing bilateral security cooperation efforts. Bogota Superior Court has overturned a judge's order that former Colombian President Álvaro Uribe be held under house arrest while he appeals convictions for bribery of public officials and abuse of process. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's sister Kim Yo-jong has lambasted South Korean President Lee Jae-myung for exhibiting a dual personality, as she termed it, by professing a desire for peace while proceeding with joint military exercises with the United States. South Korea conducted a nationwide civil defense drill on Wednesday with air raid warnings issued across the country. People participated and took to civil defense shelters or underground facilities. Indonesian Foreign Minister Sugiono met with his German counterpart Johan Wadephul in Jakarta on Wednesday. Both the countries are looking into strengthening trade and investment cooperation ahead of the Indonesia-EU CEPA agreement in 2026. Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong met with Vietnamese Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Bui Thanh Son on Wednesday in Hanoi. Australia pledged a $32.22 million aid package to support development in the Mekong region. Russia launched a massive drone strike on the southern Ukrainian region of Odessa, injuring one person and causing a large fire at a fuel and energy facility on Wednesday. Russia's air defense units claim to have destroyed 42 Ukrainian drones in an overnight strike on Wednesday. Thailand's former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra will hear a verdict on a royal insult case on the 22nd of August, the first in a series of challenges against him and his daughter, Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra. Air Canada flight attendants have ended their strike on Tuesday after reaching a tentative deal with the carrier, which said it will work to restore full service for its 130,000 daily passengers. We're taking a short break on Express News now, but we'll be back in just a bit. Stay with us.
This week on Defence Dynamics, we decode Project Sudarshan Chakra and how it could reshape India's strategic air defence. We analyse India's toughest technological challenge, the building of own fighter jet engines. From silicon to steel, why indigenous microchips may decide the wars of tomorrow. And we will talk about the record-breaking feat, the longest surface-to-air missile kill in the aviation history during Operation Sindoor. This Wednesday at 8 p.m. only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy, and let's move on from number 51 now. News about the vagaries of nature as rain continues to lash. The Indian Met Department has issued red alert for some parts of Maharashtra. Mumbai also continues to reel under the impact of heavy rains disrupting normal life. Amid heavy rains, IMD has issued an orange alert for Mumbai and adjoining areas. Again in Mumbai, over 12 local train services on the Western Line have been cancelled due to heavy waterlogging. Himachal Pradesh's Kullu witnessed cloudburst incident leading to flood-like situation for the second consecutive day. Public utilities have also suffered widespread damage in Himachal Pradesh. According to the State Emergency Report, 359 roads remain blocked due to landslides and debris flows. The Met Department in Himachal Pradesh has cautioned against landslides, flash floods in vulnerable areas. People are also advised to avoid unnecessary travel. In Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar, search operations continue for those missing after a cloudburst hit Chisoti village. All Anganwadi centres, schools and colleges in Karnataka's Dharwad are shut for the day amid continuous heavy rainfall over the past few days. In the US, Hurricane Erin weakened to Category 2 but is expected to intensify further while moving over the Western Atlantic. In Portugal, more than 1,500 ground personnel and 14 aerial units of firefighters continue to battle wildfires. Spain Military Emergency Unit firefighters also continue to battle different wildfire blazes across regions. In Pakistan, torrential monsoon rains lashed the commercial capital Karachi, causing traffic gridlock and power outages. Torrential rain also lashed northern Japan on Wednesday, prompting evacuation orders and advisories across multiple cities. Japan's Odate city recorded 244.5 millimeters of rainfall in the last 24 hours. Heavy rain also disrupted water supply to more than 70 households. Now, news from the world of art, culture and life. Dashcam in Kumamoto, Japan captured a fireball streaking across the night sky. The bright object was also spotted in other parts of Kyushu and Shikoku. German company Volkswagen is refurbishing electric car batteries to support the country's energy transition. The batteries are used in systems that store electricity from solar and hydropower sources. In Bulgaria, hundreds of barefoot devotees gathered near Kidney Lake to celebrate the Universal White Brotherhood's spiritual New Year. A group of international researchers have developed a drone device that can quickly apply monitoring tags to whales whilst avoiding human interface. In Mexico's Jalisco, police and National Guard and the Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office deployed members to a cemetery after the discovery of a suspected clandestine grave with human remains. China's Xinhangdao Museum exhibits 138 cultural relics, including bronzeware, jade artifacts, pottery and gold objects. In Saudi Arabia's Abha, families flocked to Cowboy Town as performers wearing cowboy hats and fringed jackets dance on a sandy stage. The Vietnam Railways waved off its first double-decker tourist train known as the 5-gauge train from Hanoi Station. In Brazil's Rio de Janeiro's Getulio Vargas Hospital, pediatricians swapped white coats for Disney princess costumes, bringing smiles and comfort to young patients. The Indian Railways on Wednesday announced to run 392 special train trips during Ganesh Chaturthi to ease congestion during the festival. The service will run from the 21st of August to the 10th of September. The trailer of Hollywood psychological thriller Ballad of a Small Player released on Wednesday. The film is set to release this October. American horror hit film Good Boy, directed by Ben Leonberg, released its trailer on Tuesday. Showcasing a dog's point of view, the film will hit theatres on the 3rd of October. Another Hollywood horror film, The Conjuring Last Rites, is the final film in the franchise. It will hit theatres on the 5th of September this year. American political thriller The Diplomat Season 3 will premiere on Netflix on the 16th of October. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle has broken anime pre-sale records in the US with advanced ticket sales close to $10 million before release. The cast for the Harry Potter series releasing in 2027 has been announced. Fred, George, Percy and Ginny Weasley are all part of the series. The first look of the much-awaited Kantara Chapter 1 is out. The film is a prequel to the super-hit film Kantara. Bollywood love story laced with action, Thama teaser is out. The film stars Ayushmann and Rashmika Mandanna. Bollywood actor Bobby Deol starrer Harihara Veera Mallu begins streaming on Prime Video from Wednesday, weeks after his theatrical release. The 4th Indian edition of the world's largest music festival, Lollapalooza, will be held in Mumbai on the 24th and 25th of January next year. Sports now, and in soccer or football, Liverpool winger Mohamed Salah won the Professional Footballers Association Men's Player of the Year award on Tuesday. Salah, who joined Liverpool in 2017, was the Premier League's top scorer last season with his 29 goals along with 18 assists, playing a key role in the club winning the league title. Arsenal midfielder Mariona Caldente has been named the Professional Footballers Association Women's Player of the Year. Al Nassr secured a spot in the 2025 Saudi Super Cup final by defeating Al Ittihad 2-1 in the semi-final held at Hong Kong Stadium on Tuesday. Kylian Mbappe struck from the penalty spot as Real Madrid beat a dogged Osasuna 1-0 on Tuesday to make a winning start in La Liga under new coach Xabi Alonso. Alexander Isak accused Newcastle United of breaking promises and misleading supporters, and that confirming that he wanted to leave the Premier League club. In tennis, world number 1 Jannik Sinner has pulled out of the revamped mixed doubles event at the US Open 2025 on Tuesday. Carlos Alcaraz and Emma Raducanu suffered an opening round loss to top seeds Jack Draper and Jessica Pegula in the US Open's reimagined mixed doubles. Olympic gold medalists Venus Williams and Riley Opelka bowed out of the US Open after losing their first round match against Andrei Rublev and Karolina Muchova. The 64th edition of the Subrata Cup kicked off in New Delhi on Tuesday. A total of 106 teams across 3 categories, including 4 international sides, are vying for top honours. Defending champions North East United FC booked their place in the finals of the 134th Durand Cup, edging past a spirited Shillong Lajong FC in semi-finals. North East United will now face the winner of the second semi-final between Diamond Harbour and East Bengal in the final on Saturday. South Africa defeated Australia by a huge margin of 98 runs in the first ODI. South Africa have taken a 1-0 lead in the 3-match series. Keshav Maharaj completed 300 wickets in ODIs as he claimed his first 5-fer, which helped South Africa register an emphatic win. And in chess, reigning world champion D. Gukesh rallied from his first round defeat to beat Uzbek GM Nodirbek Abdusattorov on Wednesday in the second round of the Sinquefield Cup 2025. And that's it for now in Express News. But all the latest continues right here on DD India. Stay with us.